Who's speaking?
It's me.
Are you the doll?
Am I just a doll?
You're a thing and hardly a person thereby. Anyway, it didn't hurt that much.
But it hurt. Why?
Try and think of it yourself, you purposeless wooden puppet.
You do it for me, Master. Delineate the severity of my condition, if only to fill the cup of cruelty with love. Go. Will you help me walk?
There's a light on here.
Where are we?
It's lonely and cold in there, down in the puppet's graveyard. Dusty and smelly. I was forgotten in there for years, you know. Years without end. But now I feel a certain energy inundating me and turning me back into something which is alive rather than purely wooden. Stretching out to the ends of my wooden fingers. But there's still a coldness inside, you know. It's what Emily Dickinson talks about when she says that there's a zero at the bone. A sense of coldness and death and an absence of pure energy. Doesn't Jacob Lind talk about men of wood, puppets and figurines dancing in carnivals? I'm a man of wood, you know.
No.
Oh, yes. What was I to know anything about that, eh? When all these years I've been jigging around in fairs and beating and being beaten. And what is that energy going to be for? For love? It taught to be about love. And beauty and pity as its unction. What about ugliness, eh? What about the hatred that can be created in the heart of a puppet by virtue of that? What about this nose and these bulging eyes and teeth that gnash and a great floppy stomach and a hummock behind me? There's wood there, you know. And the touch of death as well. Right at the heart of it.
Do you ever question your right to exist?
No. No, not at all. Why should I? It's just like giving a blow. And receiving a blow as well. But giving one's better, you know. Because I've got the biggest club of all. And they talk about beauty. Beauty. Love and pity as the unction of the thing. And we've just woken up. And it's time for a bit of fun. What about the sense of death at the heart of the wood? A bit of fun. Because death's an emptiness. And there's a hollow space carved out at the heart of those gloves. And the feeling's rather like being in that graveyard back there, where we were cold and lonely and forgotten.
You've yet to describe to me the force of my temporary awakening.
The sap in your veins indicates the blood of victims as yet unborn.
Is that bad?
Well, in any case, repeat the ventriloquist mantra. Do you remember it?
Ventriloquism begins in the stomach.
Hmm. Its name?
Its name? Originates
from the German language.
From the German language. Ventriloquism begins in the stomach. Its name originates from the German language. The silent issuing of words from these silent lips ultimately comes from the belly.
Right.
It refers in Teutonic diction to throwing the voice from one's innards. Ventriloquism begins in the stomach. Its name originates from the German language. The issuing of words from these silent lips ultimately comes from the belly. It refers in Teutonic diction to throwing the voice from one's innards. Thank you.
Right, yes.
It helped me reflect on my condition.
The condition of being a puppet. Being a puppet is on occasion like being in hell, with small little figurines turning on one another, grasping each other, broiling in the heat, surrounded by flame, by steam, as they turn and twist over and against each other in a molten way. But it doesn't really matter, you know, because if you have an extinguisher to hand, poof, the flames can be dealt with and subdued in a matter of moments, particularly when they flame up in red and yellow at the front of the booth. Moreover, these figurines can go round and round, circling one another like a medieval wheel of fortune or fate, like a hoop, wheeling in its own vortex, turning one way and then another, round and round about. A hoop, my friends, a hoop like this, mums and dads and boys and girls. You can twist it and turn it and revolve it around. You can spin it and whirl it and let it come to the ground. If you put your ear to it, you can hear the liquid inside, just like blood. But we have no ooze inside us because we're made of wood. Wood alone that can take and give a hit, which is why on occasion we require a very hard hat, like this. And then you put it on your head. Presto. Because when you're like this, you can receive many a hard blow from Joey, the clown, my nemesis, who creeps up behind me with a club and delivers a shock. But I'm prepared. I'm prepared. And I can scoot around behind him and come on him unawares with my own club. And he can run and flit all around the stage, all round the booth, but I've got a bike, and I can run him down twice as fast, boys and girls, and my club's flailing to give him a hit. It's a bike like this, boys and girls, mums and dads, and I can zip around and chase down Joey, and even the judge, and even Scaramouche, who creeps up on me with his neck out but I can get behind him and deliver a hit with my billy club, just like so, because not even the devil himself can creep up on Punch. Because do you know what the devil does? He comes up behind me in a whoosh, and he's wearing a mask, boys and girls. He's wearing a mask over his red, fiery face. But I can see what's beneath that mask, you know. I can see it, I can rip it from him, and I can put it on my own face. Would you like to see me with the devil's mask on? How'd you like the devil's own mask, mums and dads, and boys and girls? And now that I've got it on my face, I can leap up and down on him and force him to the floor of the booth. And I can leap up and down and leap up and down. And do you know what I've got in his hand? Watch me now, boys and girls and mums and dads. The devil is down and prone and beaten. And take this, and take that, and take that. But you know, amidst this multiplicity of selves and all these administered beatings, I'm alone. I'm sad, you know. It's a lonely old life. But there's one for me, you know, and she's a bit of a scold and a bit of a tease. But she's out there, and she's mine.
And here we are in England, interviewing the world-renowned Miss Judy.
Hello.
Hello there.
Hello.
Miss Judy is with us here today on a break from her photo shoot to promote her new film. Miss Judy, is it true that in order to become a star, you had to sacrifice the greatest love in your life?
I first spied him in the Tabernacle of Miracles, next to the board that advertised his ventriloquist show. Was it outside the Bel-Airs Playhouse in Guildford? I felt compulsively drawn, rather like the moth that is animated by the flame within which it will find itself consumed. Did I circle for a while circumspectly outside the payment booths and doors of the theatre? Had I yet to recognise the steam turbine of my love?
Indeed. She knows the reality of adoration, flexing its muscles at the touch of Aphrodite's gossamer lips. All is a rogue integer of meat.
Ah, love, you were swooning in ecstasy like a deluded swan.
Yes, I was... I was
Judy.
Who would have said I would see her so soon? Only yesterday my master was talking about his first love.
All truth begins and ends with the Oresteia. It was hard then, real, Doric, pregnant to consciousness. Man knew himself and the meaning of love, but inauthenticity crept in later, and now we're estranged.
You love each other. Can you detect love's evanescent sprout?
There is distance between people. No longer a pure sense of joy, but distance, forgetting, and an absence of love.
Could it be true, Punch? Do you still love your Judy?
are you, Master?
Today we have the pleasure of welcoming Mr. Punch to our studio. Welcome, Mr. Punch. Thank you for accepting our invitation to appear in front of the cameras.
Thank you. It appeals to my narcissism.
And of course, Miss Judy.
Yes.
So, the two of you are meeting again after quite a long time, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Time, what is time? A passage of years, a passage of centuries, but really, it's just a bullet going through screens, and finally it lodges in the wooden heart of a puppet that's just dangling there in a booth on some lonely sands.
Yes.
All right. I have a question for you, Mr. Punch.
Questions don't matter. I've got the answers.
That's my master speaking.
Yes.
It will be a peculiar adventure into the mastery of love.
Certainly love is about mastery and slavery and submission and prior purpose. What is it amongst wooden dolls but just a falling of commingled meats, one upon another, in the circus of life or in a showman's booth? They talk to me about love, when in actual fact they're all gloves. A hand is inside them and they move around each other exchanging blows and giving out love and hatred and voltaic ecstasy and plenitudes of new regard. They talk about love, but it's really just a surfeit of indifference turned upon itself. Down in the booth on Brighton sands, with the red and the yellow around us, and the gloves peeping around, always behind us the skeleton, always in front of us cheering and yet indifference. They talk to me about love, but really it's just arrested innocence, plundered into desire, and emerging victorious, and then taking a beating. They're just glove puppets, you see, controlled by another, in another's thrall, and the energy of another consciousness suffuses them. They get very hot down there in that booth, hot and steaming. Like talking about love, really. There's an exhausting element to it. I need a drink. Somebody should give me a drink. A drink of water. That's what I need. The fire is down for a moment, but the flames are only stayed before they come out again. Jigging around on hobby horses and taking a blow as they carom round the booth, knocking into each other, their wooden frames echoing to the blows and the sounds of love. Because isn't their discourse just a form of energy? And all energy is love, which contains within itself the plenitude of its own hatred. Love and hatred are fused together at every instant like bullets and arrows. To love is a fever of desire and glory, covered by water, masquerading as a glove, jigging around and giving pleasure before it collapses at the front of the booth and pennies are offered. Pennies and a pittance for nothing. Don't talk to me about sentimentality or about pity, but only about desire and fury, which goes on forever until the curtain comes down on the faces of these gloves and of these puppets whose dead eyes live for a moment and stare out at you, and you, and the ones who are coming after you.
And now I have a surprise. Go on, kiss her, you fool!
May all this relate to the prospects of the opera which Sir Harrison Birtwistle undertook, called Punch and Judy. The prologue contained Punch, Judy, and...
And?
Oh. Stupid me. I forgot I was just a puppet.
I'm here.
Where have you been?
None of your business.
Have you been with her?
Her who?
Pretty Polly, the blonde trollop from Brighton Pier.
Pretty Polly, such a dolly, what folly. Get the baby.
You get the baby.
Don't tell me what to do.
Are you going to hit me?
You know you want me to.
Go on then.
Take a bit of this, you wouldn't quench up.
No, Caitiff!
Oh!
Poltroon.
Take a bit of this.
delinquent tyke!
You have it.
Mix it up, Smelly.
Yaboo!
Death is the portion of madmen.
In the immortal words of Edmund, God stand up for bastards.
Oh, can it, Willie the Weeper?
Tickety-boo, boo-hoo.
Ragtag bobtail too.
Fish eater.
BBC News reader.
You ugly old hag.
Hogbound furrier.
Liberal.
Oh!
And what about this?
Sorry, can we stop this? This is really not on.
Dishwasher. Yes,
You wanker!
Yes, 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 yes.
Stop! Stop!
You all right? Come on. Maybe I was a bit rough. Just a bit. One too many kicks, you know. You're all right, aren't you? Come on, sweetie. Come on. Oh, it's only a game. We're wooden. Come on, girl. It's just a bit of old slap. Come on. You look a bit poorly. I didn't... You know I can be a bit rough. It's been going for centuries. Come on, girl. Give us a smile, eh? Come on. Oh, I didn't really mean to hurt you. Not that much. Judy?
Well, I reacted with the vigour of a wounded tiger shark. So I went up to Punch's room, the one containing the amphitheatre of mirrors, not to mention the thespian extras. These were the appurtenances of an artiste, such as framed photographs from earlier shows, an ornate dressing table, a mirror with bulbs around it served as a central point. The time for confrontation was nigh, so I took my destiny in both hands and began to speak. Did the puppet look more expectant than usual? Might it be more avid, self-congratulatory, dulcet, deregistered, demented, purse-lipped in comparison to what I was used to? Indeed, how much of it could be put down to my imagination? My darling, the asperity of non-relief must find its outlet if our future together is to have any meaning. Don't you believe in the prospect of resolution?
Hearken. Do I feel an ineffable sweetness in my veins, in relation to which each armature of an artist's figure grows skin. It wraps around this otherwise lost entreaty. I began masqueraded to wood, and now I have to go to my master's aid. He needs me now. No other character in this tragi-comedy suffices.
The cannibalism of our desire has to be faced up to before a plate load of meat.
Do you wish to digress from the essential problem that lies before us? For the skeleton has risen from his dais, ribbed to the portion of a cleft palate, and staring down into a tunnel of darkness. May the wolf pack howl away outside and to tapers of fire, then flicker upon these subdued stones. Are they basically hidden in niches, there to reveal the diameter of their attested light?
But what of the rhinoceros creature, cast out in terms of a multiplicity of bone?
That's right. Surely we are both adult enough to bear witness to the nature of our passion. Yet the magical dragon, within the oft semblance of a dream, soared away far ahead into those ranges of purple. Did he intend to bring down his former tormentor, now reduced to microscopic size within the flames of a multifaceted diamond? I swear to you that everything of which I speak is fact. Embrace me now, enraptured one. It's time to go beyond emotional foreplay and find solace in a touch most sure.
Do not plague the resource of sideways on meat. Cast me forth, cut me adrift forthwith. But by anything that the art of the mannequin holds sacred, let me go. Forget to touch me. Release the balustrades. Please, I beseech you, forego coming near. Do tread lightly.
Because you tread on my corns.
No jokes.
But didn't Aristophanes achieve everything with this line?
Not quite.
He can't succeed in hanging the audience.
I thought you were going to do that.
I bought the rope from Jewson's.
It's thick, multiple coiled and blue in colour.
Are you being anti-Semitic?
Well, you can get the rope from Travis Perkins if you want, but the colour remains unchanged.
Yet how can he string them up?
When they go home and do it for us?
Why, having seen me first, don't they want to?
Well, it's a good job everyone's gone over to natural gas, isn't it?
Everything in this show becomes nitrous oxide.
Am I giving a royal variety performance?
All you lack is royalty and a sense of variety.
Do you know any good mother-in-law jokes?
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, a joke for you! I say, I've just been to see my mother-in-law. She's lost a leg. I cut it off, you know?
Well, that's killed this part of the Mansion House speech.
I don't write the material.
Would anyone else?
Pah! When I was at Bernardo's, I always told them I wanted to be a comedian.
I know. They're not laughing now. My identity as a puppet comes from the fact that I'm in love with Punch. Love. It foreshortens those days of turmoil prior to death. It gives me luster. Up from the puppet's graveyard, down in the dust, but now free. Free as a swallow or an eagle in wing. all of a sudden, denied such passion. I can collapse down to a figure in the puppet's box. From Punch and Judy's stall, via a wooden configuration, through to being a fully fledged mistress. It's such a big step. Could it be reversed?
I need to speak to her.
I don't think she would like that.
She'd better. It's important.
Then I think I'd better leave you two to it.
He needs me now. None but me can help Punch now. Beyond me lies a window, latticed to a quiet semblance of ultramarine. The smoke from our theatre's recess necessarily obscures this glass, or frosts its complexity. Nearby, a part of the yellow and red awning can be spotted. Adjacent to me, in a pool of disabused light, stands the devil's tincture. Isn't he scarlet all over, with horns, after Fred Ticknor's manufacture? We look up at the moon now, in order to determine a white disk which is speckled with green. Evil is a stray latitude given to boredom, whispers our red glove. But I have long gone.
Will you ever go anywhere without your pretty Polly?
Never more than one day, or a month of Sundays.
Oh, I can just see her now. Oh, dear me. Punch never goes anywhere without me.
We're inseparable.
Listen to me. Listen to the impressions of a dream I just had. My consciousness roams beyond the freedom of the grave. It is ethereal, enraptured, and silent. Surely I have left my earth-bound body behind, covered in gore, and next to Punch's feet. Can I hear him chortling like a beast? Yet I both love him and want him, you know, irrespective of any physical torment. But confrontation is not the way. I must migrate, like a spectre, and come up abreast of this pillared corridor. Here in the shadows I am free of everything save desire's spoils. It inundates my consciousness. I flit from pillar to post, remembering fireworks. Yet also, am I not absolved of all responsibility? I shall work upon him, even if only clad in furs. For me, there are no 7 veils. I have already stripped at another level in order to vamp my man. Love and hate always come tied together, but now I enter into the time of my power. She, over 100 times his size, reaches out languorously to draw him up to her thorax with a spider's ligature. And crunch. Oh, I've had enough of this. I'm going.
Oh, there's pretty Polly.
Oh. So you're pretty Polly?
Yes, it is pretty Polly. And who are you? I'm Punch. Punch. Do you hear? I'm here. Without a club, but it's always with me, really. And you think you've replaced me? With your new setup? With television, radio, with video, with computer games, with new forms of entertainment. They say I'm dead and my booth is dying and it's all decrepit down on the sands and there's no one there and the children don't want me. Well, they do want me, because I represent a bit more than you know, and false sophistication of the sort that you've gone in for. Why do they say that my form, what used to be our form, is dying? They say that it's too violent for children, what tosh that is, and they say it's politically incorrect. Nonsense, blather and nonsense. It's immemorial. It's existed from the beginning of time. I'm not just a wife-beater. I exist to give amusement, and they scream with adoration and laughter, you know, when they hear me going at it. I release the primal urges. When I say throw the baby out of the booth, every father in sight smiles inside his own heart. Do you know that? Do you know that? Because they all want, at one time or another, in the schoolyard, in the office, in the factory, on national service, to put their hands round the neck of another. And I release that. I let it out. I'm a moral force. Don't you understand that? Because I get rid of it, as well as celebrate it. And you stand there looking at me, that I'm the monster and I'm the past, and you're the future, and I've had it, and I'm medieval, and I come from the ancient world, and there's nothing more to be said, and I'm down. You think it's all over for me, don't you? You think I'm finished, the both of you. When primal instinct's mine, it's welling up inside me. It's welling up inside me. I'm not going back to that dump, you know. I'd rather cut my own throat. I'd rather hang myself than go back there. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's being ignored, because I need an audience. Do you understand? I need one. I've got to have one. Do you understand, eh? My life is the audience. The audience is the other side of me. They're the other character. When I beat you, I'm beating them. And even myself. The world needs punch. The world needs a man who represents cardinal force and glory. Hurrah, hurrah, ladies and gentlemen, boys, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Here he is, the one you've been waiting for, Mr. Punch. The one and only. One more time we have him, the elixir, the one you all wanted. Hello, boys and girls. Mr. Punch, give him a round. Hello, hello, hello. Mr. Punch, give him a trumpet. Root, toot, toot, and here he is. Yes, a big hand of applause, be lovely. Hello, boys and girls. Here he is again, the one you've been waiting for. Missing me, eh? Haven't you been missing me, eh? Miss Judy. Hello, back again. What is this? It's the Black Beetle. The beetle punch, and I'm here to list your infractions, me boy. You are a boy, aren't you, rather little thing, a dirty little old thing, because you've murdered your baby. No such thing, lies and squabbles and lies and blather and lies. Hello, darling, hello. Now what are you up to then? You want the baby? Oh, yes. Punch, here's the baby. Here's our sweet. It's nice, children, it's nice. I'm going to just rub him with my glove. Yes. He's rubbing the baby with his glove. Look at that, boys and girls. Give it a laugh, give it a clap, eh? Yes. Oh, the baby's... Oh, you upset him, Punch. You upset him. Look, he's screaming. I don't like it, so I really I don't like it. Shut up, you old so-and-so. Turn over that. Oh, no, don't hurt the baby, oh, please, Punch, almost there. Please don't hurt him, I'm not going to hurt him. It's It's just a moment of parental enthusiasm and throwing words out taken for all. Ah, no. He's asleep. He's asleep. He's asleep. Ah! He started screaming again. I can't stand it. Ah! Ah! Shut up! Shut up!
He's telling the baby children, shut up, do you hear that? Shut up! What brutality's going on in the Punch household? Hey, hey, hey!
Oh, shut up, you miserable old thing! Out of the window, out! He's gone! What about that then? Hey!
Nonsense, you've thrown him out of the window, dear boy. You've thrown him up and out of the window. We know you want to put them all into a machine and turn them into sausages. Ah, yes, we do.
Oh, look at this, Joey! Joey's brought some sausages, haven't you, Joey?
Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, mums and dads. Round of applause for Joey. Yes.
Nini. Why do you always say that? It's very annoying. It's very, very annoying. Take away this. Take away that. You're hiding behind the chair, are you? Oh, you're down there, eh? Under the chair, Jerry. Under the chair. Oh, you rascal. You little numbskull. They say I'm a clown, but you're the one and you're going to get it, you bald up pate. Where's he gone? He's left some sausages. Lovely sausages.
Sausages, children. Sausages. Beautiful little porkers. Striped and clean, pink and round, sizzling in the fat. Look at these porkers and you know you're an Englishman. What?
Yes, here we are. Here's the pan. Here's the pan. I'm putting them on the hob.
We do, you know, and you're gonna be hanged, boy. Hanged, and by God, you're gonna be hanged, me love.
I'm not going to be hanged. I refuse to be banged. I refuse to be fanged. I refuse to be swamped. I refuse to be reduced to wood.
That's what you are, a murderous piece of wood, me lady, you're a murderous piece of wood. What about Judy? You've beaten her to death.
No, I have not. Show me the body. There are no bodies. There are no bodies. And what's this?
It's the policeman. The policeman's coming up from under the ground. Hello, Mr. Punch. What are you doing then? Have you murdered your toddler, murdered your bottler, murdered your baby? You need to be hanged, boy. Hanged.
I don't want to be hanged. I don't want any jelly.
I didn't say jelly. I said you need to be hanged, boy. Hanged under the Queen's justice, my son.
I'm not going to be hanged.
There's a lot of noise in here, Punch. What have you done with the baby?
What baby?
What baby? What baby? The one you had with me.
Oh, that one. Yeah, what about that with the baby children? I can't hear you.
He can't hear you. What are they saying? Oh, my Jesus, they're saying he's thrown it out of the window. The window, eh?
Liars, you liars. Oh, look at you. You and your nasty little stories.
Oh, you see, children, the skeleton. Ooh. The skeleton's coming up behind him, boys and girls, mums and dads. It's coming up behind him.
I can't see anything. You're fibbing again. Fibbing. I know you're fibbing. You scoundrels. You dirty little liars. Whoa. It's there. Get away. Ooh. It's there. Oh, no. Get away. Ooh. Get away. They say it's my conscience, but I haven't got one.
Everywhere they are. What about Scaramouche?
What about that silly old clown? What's this? It's a dog. What's coming towards me? What is it?
That's not a wee dog. That's the crocodile. It's the crocodile, and I want those porkers. I want those nice round wee pinky things, And I want them. And I'm gonna wee hop them.
Sausages. is still a male Irish crocodile. Come on. No. No, you're not going to have them. You're not going to have them. No. I want them. I'm going to eat yellow, I'm going to eat you instead. I'll you try a bit of this. You Irish buffoon, you Take that. And this. And this. Oh, I'm eating. I'm eating alive. The teeth are going into me. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, a murder of our times. Evolution, never minded, Up from the saurian swamp comes the wee croc, and he's eaten our punch, ladies and gentlemen. He's eaten our punch, and he lies in the reptile's mouth. Look at that. A miracle of the ages, ladies and gents. A round of applause for a miracle of the ages, You strung him up without mercy. Yes! Without pity, ladies and gentlemen. And here comes the doctor. Punch, me boy. Is that Mr. Punch, I see? Is that Punch? Old Punchinello of Italian vintage. Punch, me lad. Me boy, what ails thee, man? What ails thee? I'm dead. It's funny old death to me, old Punch. Didn't he give me stiff out and have a little listen, Get off, you quack! I know, it didn't sound very dead to me, old boy. Get off, you old fraud! No. I can hear a heartbeat in there, Punch. I can hear it in that little one in the tummy of yours. You can hear a beat. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, mums and dads, you can hear a beat. The irrepressible puppet and chamberlain of existence lives and thrives again. Down into the crocodile's gullet, and he's up again like a good nay. You can't keep Punch down, what? No. The doctor is still attending. Oh, listen to this, the heart beats more strongly. I'll be beating you in a minute, you old quack. What was that, boy? I'll be beating you in a minute, you old quack. What do you need? What do you need, Punch, old caper? It's a bit of physic. A bit of my snake oil locution. A snake oil locution. I'll rub it on your eyelids. I'll rub it behind your ears. I'll rub it on your spine. I'll even rub it on your... Oh, God! Oh! Take a bit of that, you nasty old quack. Yes! I ask you, ladies and gentlemen, listen to the beadle, listen to these infractions of Aria Punch. First he does for his child, my God. Then he does for his wife. What a blighter, Then he takes a mistress, doesn't he, Lies! I never had to, and if I did, it was only for once. Yes, he admits it, me friends, he admits it. But the beadle's indictment hasn't finished. No, me lads and me chamberlains and me lord chamberlains and the after servants. No. What about the crocodile? He tried to eat me. I was in its stomach for over half an hour. No. It was more. It was less. It was more. It was less. It was more. It was less. Don't you understand? No, it was more because it's the law and you were caught in the jaw, but you want more. Yes, he needs it. He wants it, the gibbet awaits. No, I don't know how to be hanged. What do you mean? I don't know how to be hanged. You don't know how to be hanged, boy? You don't know how to be hanged? Ladies and gentlemen, mums and dads, boys and girls, the man of your dreams doesn't know how to be hanged. What a dilemma. Lead on, beadle. Oh, yes. Thank you. Now here we have a gibbet made of wood, nice and spruce yew wood, nice and clean English wood. For an English dwarf, he's going to be hanged. I don't want to be banged. You're going to be hanged. I don't want to be spranged and banged, flanged, or anything else. You're going to take some rope, boy. I don't want any rope. I don't want any house I don't want any hoop. I don't want any coat. You're going to take rope? No. You're going to take it? No. You're going to take it, you rascal. No. I'm not. Now you listen to me. Show me, my friendly beetle. Show me how you're hanged. You mean you don't know how to be hanged? I've never learned it myself, I've been around a long time, but I've never learned the fine articulations of the garroter's art. Oh, really? Well, let me show you, my boy. You see this neck here? nice and tight. I put this noose around it. Put it right around it. You see that? You see that? You can't get a good look. Can you get a good look? Children, can you see the rope around the beetle's neck? It flails up into the heights, up into the gods. Begone! The beetle's showing him what? What an Englishman! Give him a round. Give him a round of applause, me loves.
I'm not going to be hanged.
The Padre's coming up, children. Look at this dexterity of purpose. Here's the Padre. Give him a cheer. Give him a cheer. Give him a cheer.
I don't need a cheer, dearly beloved. Children of our time, moral imprimaturs of the universe, what we need is to pray. Pray. Let us pray for Punch.
Shut up, you silly old friend! What?
Oh, he's hit him under the cloth. Oh, but I can't react. It would be unchristian to react.
Take a bit of that, you dirty old scumbag!
No, forbear these tirades, Punch. It's unchristian.
Never mind any of that,
The stage, mums and dads. The stage. It goes empty for a moment. Empty of all puppet life. Where have they gone? Where are they going to? What will emerge? It's Pretty Polly.
Back again.
Oh, Pretty Polly. Oh,
yes. What a dolly. Oh, Pretty Polly, I'm not sorry, what a dolly. It's all folly, but by golly, I've got to have her.
Pardon the lewdness, mums and dads. Pardon the lewdness. It's a man's desiring, and he's only a puppet, begod.
I'm a puppet. Oh, but soon it's in, Miss Hull. What a package. What a bottom. What a bodice. What a package, eh? What a package. Why don't you speak, me duck? Me duck and cheese? Why don't you speak? Speak beloved words of endearment to your old Punchy, eh?
Punch, I'm but a doll. What am I to know of love?
Love! She talks to me about love, the old lover. She's in love with me already. We've only met. What a day and a half in the belly of a croc. And then my love appears to me. Oh, God, it's Judy.
I've had a very rough day.
Rough day? What's a rough day? Well, with the baby, you mean?
Oh, yes, our baby.
but little do they know, little does she know anyway, boys and girls and mums and dads and lords and mistresses,
that Pretty Polly is his baby.
Don't get ahead of yourself. I abhor narrators who intrude. What? Judy, get away. I'm sick of the sight of you.
Oh, Punch, you're such a cruel old fraud. And Pretty Polly. Oh, Punch. So masculine. So self-assertive. So divine.
Beetle, now, the rope's round me neck, Punch.
Oh, yes. Oh, very satisfactory, that bit of rope. Yes. Very satisfactory. Bit of old dope. I bet you can't cope. You're going to take some rope, but I don't know what's going on. No.
Now, what I do is I stand on a box. I stand on a raised platform, my love. A raised platform so there can be a bit of a kick-off. A kick-off, you know what I mean?
A kick-off? What do you mean, a kick-off? You're all make yourself clear, my love.
Well, put it like this. I'm off the ground now. The rope is round the top trestle, but I'm off the ground.
Yes. I'm following, miss. Yes, I'm following.
Now, what you do is you kick away the box, and then I'm a gunner, my love. I'm a gunner, and I'm gone for good.
He's gone for good, he's gone for good because he's dead as the wood and he know that he could. If only he should, the dirty old wood. Give them a hand, ladies and gentlemen. Give him a round of applause. Whee! The devil, in silent majesty. Punch.
Oh, I didn't like the sound of that.
Punch.
Oh, he's around me in red. Around me in red, but I can creep up instead. And I come up behind him. What? Take that! Ah, the devil's human in again. Oh, take that! I'm not. He's down on the ground.
He's down on the ground, ladies and gentlemen. Down on the ground. He's beaten the devil. It's utter transgression. No one ever seen the like of it in this life.
So, let's get this straight. Beagle, you're on the gibbet. You're on the gibbet, eh? You're on the bleeding gibbet. Ah, right. And your foot's there. It's on the box.
It's on the books, Punch. Am I doing it right for you, me love? Am I doing it right? You know you want it. You know you want it, and now it's your turn. You see, I've shown you for once. I've shown you for twice. I've shown you for thrice. And now you're going to get a bit of the other, eh?
Oh, yes. Yes, so what do you have to do to me when we, when we change places? Like, is you kick away the box, you kick away the dresser, and then you hang. You're hanged until you're dead in bed. You're falsely read, you've got no cred, you're going to be dead. Huh?
He's going to be dead. One of them's going to die, my loves. One of them's going to die, and what are you going to cry? You're going to cry.
You're going to cry a bit less than the beetle. Phew. Ah! Oh, because the beetle is dead. The beetle is dead.
I'm dead. I've been falsely read. I've got no cred. I'm totally dead.
He's dead. He's dead. Ah, he's dead, me loves. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. Rip, tip, tit. That's the way to do it. Huzzah, 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 huzzah. That's the way to do it. The devil is dead. The devil is dead. That's the way to do it. And now you're all free to do what you want.
Thank you. You've been a wonderful audience. I've been Mr. Punch. In the beginning there was a word, but Mephistopheles begged to differ. In Faust, didn't he say, no? At the start there was an action. But surely, if the devil has originated this energy, then it is the purpose of our cosmic everyman to beat it out. Mr. Punch is our one. He began with the mummers' plays in the Middle Ages, where he used to beat the evil out of every character he met. For transgression glimmers like a diamond at a dancer's core.